All right. Wow, I just realized it's been a very long time since I've done a live stream. Anyways, trying something new today. We're at 44. How's everybody doing? Gonna be doing this stream on YouTube today instead of Twitch. Since the latest poll I put up, YouTube won. So, yeah, we'll see how the YouTube streaming goes. Anyways, I'm just getting situated here, just sitting down for the day to work on Forwood Farm in the UK. This is a collaborative project between Emerald Senior Design and Got Friends. And we're just taking a look at some of the modeling today, retouching some of the outer buildings. We had previously modeled this based on a bunch of photographs we found online. And of course, now that Got Friends has gone out to Forwood Farm and recorded sounds for their upcoming Wilga, we now have new photos of the entire property. So, as you can imagine, we were very close on some things, but yeah, there's a lot of tweaking that needs to be done. So pretty much all the modeling is getting, if not redone, completely reworked. So that's the stage we're at here today. Right, so this house here is up by the main drive, and it is completely done, so I need to start working on the sheds, because they are on the same, I believe, UV as this. Let me look here, UV editor. Let's see if I have some missing gaps. Oh yeah. And this is all jacked up because it's not been unwrapped yet. Or re-unwrapped. But I believe I need to find out what sheds I had. I think I have all the sheds in this layer. All these. So I guess I need to figure out what's what here. I need to redo one of the sheds. I think it may be this one. Turn it into a garage, basically. Could be that one, actually. No. It's not that one. It's definitely not that one. Those are in the back. Let's go ahead and get organized here. Let's pull up some photos, I guess, since we have the ability to do that. And we'll take a look. Here we go. Actually, I think I got to start from the end of this folder. There we go. Okay, here's one building we're going to be probably redoing today. Let me add that chimney on. Kind of slightly change the shape since the ones we have now are squared off, and this one's kind of flared inwards on both ends. And this over here on the right hand side is the shed that I need to redo. Let me, I don't think my cursor's showing up, is it? Display capture. Capture cursor. Done. There we go. Now you can actually see what I'm pointing at. Okay. There is a better photo of that somewhere. I don't know if it's in this set of photos or if it's in the other set of photos. And yes, if you're wondering, the toilet bowl flower pots will be making it into the scenery. That's too good to leave out. Okay, I'm thinking that the photo that I'm trying to find may be in the other directory of photos. So let's check over there. Not sure why it's playing only the videos. It should be playing the photos. Or going through the photos too. Oh, maybe because I was selected on a video. There we go. Man, I know I got a better photo of that. If I skip over it. I guess I should really start trying to organize these a little bit more. I've just been kind of just going through the directory as I see fit. See how it looks like it's almost got like a garage there opening, I think. This I know is a window. I know there's a door here somewhere. And I got a better picture showing this. But right now, pretty sure it is this model right here. Because it's the same basic shape. Obviously, it doesn't look anything like it. Because we got a little bit of a, like, I don't know what you'd call it, a little bit of a wing or something that sticks out right here on this end. I think it's a little bit bigger as well. And then obviously it's got a lot more windows and stuff on it. Gotta see. I know that photo's here somewhere. Okay. Man, maybe it's in a video. Maybe it's in one of the videos. I swear I thought it was a photo. I feel like this is about 50% of the time, and development is just looking through resources, going back and forth between like 5 different photos or videos and trying to compile all the information the best you can, because usually you don't have a good shot. And this here, having actual photos on site is a rarity. Normally this is something that I don't get access to, like most of my projects. So it's somewhat of a breath of fresh air to actually have some photos to reference, even if it takes me 40 minutes to find the photo I'm trying to find. Come on now. So I know I can reference this one. We got that wooden door, the double door on this end. It is brick. I don't remember what. I think this may be painted in wood. I guess it's painted in brick. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, let's do a little bit of organization. Throw a folder on my desktop. That way I can just copy these files, anything that's useful for this building, into this folder. I'm starting to think that's probably in one of the videos. Which means we gotta go back to the other folder. Now we gotta look through all the videos. It's not that one. That was the only video. Interesting. I don't know what happened to that photo then. I'm like... I know I've seen a photo that showed that. The side that I want to see. Yet I feel like I've been through all of these. What is going on, Microde? Holy crap, man. You slept in late. I thought I slept in late. I got up at, what, 10:30, I think? Seems like about the normal time to get up anymore for me. Mr. Flaps, how's it going? This is gonna drive me insane. I know I have a photo showing the side of the building. I know I've seen it before. Why can I not find it? Okay, so we got what appears to be a long, so that's not a door, that's definitely a window. So we got a long window on this side of the building. Fortunately, that shed, okay, so that shed I know butts up pretty much to the edge of this building. So let's just assume there's nothing but brick behind this shed. I can't see here because of the bush, and there's at least a standard sized window on this end. I swear, though, that I had a photo that showed like a door or something somewhere on this building. Maybe I'm just fabricating that. I don't... It's not in here. It's not in any of these photo things. Take one more look through these. If I can't find anything, we'll just model it to the best of our ability. Look at this video here, maybe. No, I'm not gonna be able to get anything from this. Except maybe. Just out of frame. Say hopefully. I was hoping maybe I could see something on the backside of that building. Of course, the camera bounces down the second it gets in the frame in that window. Looks like that is going to be the best shot. And I cannot make heads or tails out of that. It looks like there may be a window back here. Hey, Mr. Flops. No problem there. Always enjoy doing tutorials. In fact, I probably need to get back on doing some tutorials. I've just been very consumed recently. That's why there's not been a lot of videos coming out. But I have been, and Scoots there can contest to this, I have been diving into WeWise like crazy here the last couple weeks. And trying to learn how to incorporate that better in the scenery, and it's been a nightmare of an experience. Let's put it that way. That's a big reason why you don't see a lot of people doing wise packs. Is there's not a lot of information on how to do it. aircraft is definitely a lot better. It's definitely a lot better to do wise audio packs now. But when it comes to scenery, oh man, there's no documentation on this stuff. It is all trial and error. And so far I have found probably at least a dozen ways of how not to do, or how not to incorporate wise into scenery. And only 2 ways that work currently, and 1 way that I still got to figure out how to tie in to more code to give you more control over. Blah blah, yada yada. One of these days, though, one of these days I'll figure it out. Maybe next week, maybe next month, maybe next year. Hopefully not. But that's just how it goes sometimes. Okay. Let's pull up some satellite imagery. So I'm going to have to take, since I can't find the other photo, I'll have to continue trying to look around. Those 2 folders are the only 2 I have. But for whatever reason, I cannot find it. So I'm going to have to take a little bit of a creative approach to it, I guess, and just go off of what I can actually see in the photographs that I have. Let's go to Google Maps, though, and pull up Forwood Farm. Well, that is not the right one. Okay, let's try Forwood CL. You know, most of the sceneries I do, I have this ability I visit them so much that I can zoom like right into them without having to search for them. I just realized that I have absolutely no clue where anything is in the UK because I've never done any projects in the UK. I have to type this one in every time, even though I've searched it up on Google Maps here dozens of times by now. I still cannot pinpoint. Like if I zoom out, if that pinpoint wasn't there, I would be completely lost. Like, how do you find a little grass airstrip in the middle of a bunch of farm fields? Alright. Let's see what we got going on here. I wonder if it'd be a good idea, because I know there's an end that sticks out here that's in shadow, fortunately. Maybe we'll go and we'll open up Google Earth. And then we can use the historic imagery view and see if there's any historic data or the shadows on a different side of the building. Maybe allow us to see a little bit better. I can at least get an idea of how much that sticks out. It'll be easier to model it. Let's see. I can't freaking. Let's see if I can do this. I know it's somewhere here. Sheffield. Okay, there's that airport. I know we are to. God, I think it's north, east. Okay, find the power plant. I know there's a power plant here. I will get this one day. I will be able to zoom right to this one day. Maybe not today. Okay. Well, it looks like, I guess, yeah, that's a power plant. Okay, so that's a power plant. There should be another power plant to the north. Somewhere. Right here. I know it's here. Okay, screw it. Let's just see how close I was. Oh, I was too far north. Man, there's a lot of power plants in this area. Okay. Yeah, that's the power plant I was looking for, and then we have this other one up here. Okay. Right idea, wrong location. I hope there's some historic imagery for this area. Hey, how's it going, Steve? How is Abbotsford today? Wow, I hope that's not the best image I have to go off of. Oh god, they're getting worse. I guess that house and garage has been there for... So in the photos, it's listed as new house. But that house has been there for quite a while, it seems. 2004 at least. There's a sign. Yeah, new house. Pointing over this direction, which is where this is at. Because that sign's right along that driveway. Well, we're back to 2004. And 2002. I guess most of this was here. The hangar wasn't there. Most of the farm buildings were. Okay. I guess we'll see if we can get a rough measurement off this. So let's look here. So we got to account for there's maybe a little bit of an overhang, right? So we're probably 2.5 meters wide on that. So we'll say 2.5 meters off the end. And we're probably sticking out like, what, 1.5 meters? A meter? We'll call it a meter. So 1 meter out, 2.5 from across from the end. So let's go ahead and actually we'll just select. I don't want to do that. Just select all that. Make sure we get all of it selected. Okay. Let's slide that door on down, get that out of the way. I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. I assume there probably is a door to get into this. It may be on this side, because I know we got at least a big window here, and then we got the end that sticks out here. That's got a smaller window on it, and we got the big double door on this side. No idea what's on the back side though. Could be a window, could be just brick. Nope, really have a good image of that. So this is a Forwood Farm, and I'm not sure what town actually. Forwood CL. Retford, I guess is what it's considered in the United Kingdom. David Bell, I believe, is the owner of this. And this is where the current Got Friends Wilga that's in development, where they went out and recorded the sounds. So this is going to be... I say this loosely. We are aiming to include this scenery in the Got Friends Wilga, so we're hoping that it's going to come with it. It's all going to depend, I guess, on how big the Wilga is going to be at the end of the day, file size wise. And then the scenery is probably also for those that aren't as interested in the Wilga, which hopefully a lot of people will be, but it's probably going to get sold on the side as well. Price currently unknown. All that's to be decided. way further down the road than we are right now. So probably in another month or two. I think while I'm at it, I want to double check the dimensions of this building, make sure everything's right. So let's do a couple more measurements here. Let's just try to find the corner of the building best we can. So we're looking at 4.13 meters, so we're probably, what, 3.5, 4 meters maybe, not including the overhang. 3 meters. Let's see what we get in Blender. I'm gonna go ahead and just hide that door entirely. Say measure that corner, oops, that corner, that corner. So we got 3.92. Something that always concerns me is sometimes the measurements are a little bit different on Google, especially when you're using historic imagery for it. The scaling can be off a little bit depending on satellite trajectory and all that. And angle has a lot to play with it as well. It doesn't help that we're back to like 2000s, 2004 for reference photos, since all of our newer photos are more crappy quality than the images shot freaking 2004. However, that's possible. Atmospheric conditions, smudge on the lens, yada yada yada. And yeah, our latest, of course, the shadow is a big issue. But you know what, we kind of can see the corner of the roof. It's actually, it throws a weird shadow there. Like there's another lip there or something. It's odd. But I don't think I'm seeing that in the older photos. Oh, yeah, maybe I am. Okay, yeah, there's a seam there. So it's almost like you just have this rectangular building shrunk down, turned 90 degrees, and just shoved into the other end of it. That's kind of how the roof combines. There's not really a nice, like, nice seam where it comes together nice and flush. Kind of odd. Tweak that music down a little bit. It's a little loud for me. I don't know how the audio is for you guys. Seven point eight, maybe. So let's do like. I guess I don't need that end of the building to be that long, but well, yeah, let's go ahead. It'll make it easier to model if I go ahead and just extend it out and build off of it. So we'll do 7.8 long, and what I say, 3 point something for the width of this. Showing 3.6. So what, 7.8 and 3.6. Let's see if I can remember that for more than 5 seconds. Six. Helps if you write it down. Okay, and so it looks like all these are separated out, so we'll just go ahead and select them all. Do Control J, join them all together. Edit mode. Whoops. Edit mode. Merge by distance. I think this end here is facing towards the house. So we'll just 7.8. And then for the Y, we'll do a little bit shorter actually, 3.6. Looks like we'll have to do a little bit of tweaking to the other side of the roof. Somehow it got a little jacked up. That's okay. That'll be easy to fix. It's definitely going to take me a minute here to get my bearings on this. I wonder what I should do. I wonder if I got anything that kind of shows the amount of overlap on the roof. It doesn't look like it's that much. This peak here is a little bit lower, a little bit offset from the end, so it basically just like clips through or something. Throw that over on the other screen so I can reference it in real time, not have to go back and forth. Okay, X-ray mode. Let's get the roof selected. Actually, let's do this outside X-ray. Maybe we'll just do... Is that all one piece? Yes, it is. So let's isolate it. Go into vertice select mode. Take. And we'll just... we'll do it this way. We'll select both of those and we'll scale along that X-axis. We'll just have to ballpark it a little bit, but okay, scale X. We have to bring those top two top 2 points out a little bit. Do something like that maybe. We'll just eyeball this one. I don't really have any good references to 100% go off of. And for these, select, I guess we need to be back in X-ray mode. Select all those. We'll scale along the Y. There. Alright, what do we got going on? We got a little bit of a flare or something going on here. Let's do that. I don't think it is... I guess it is kind of like that in real life. We can leave it. Bottom here, and we'll kind of look at the spacing on the roof. Not bad actually for eyeballing it. We're a little bit shorter on the long sides than we are on the shorter sides, but that's okay. Okay, so let's do this. Let's isolate this roof, and we have... Let's see, how is this done? So we got seams on this underside. Okay, yeah, we'll just pull these down then. Okay, so we'll do snapping to edge. Snap to that edge. And, oops, not what I want to do. Snap to that edge. we are still flared upwards. So I'll have to pull these down, but I'll do that last. I'll select all four, because I think they're all going to be the same elevation-wise, so I'll just pull them all down at the same time. Camera reoriented. Okay. Unselected. Let's try to do this more smart. Let's do edge select. Hopefully select all along that loop. Yep. Back the vertices select, and we'll double check, make sure no other vertices are selected. Looks like it's just the ones I want. And then we'll try to get a good view here. We'll just pull these on down. We'll snap to this edge here. I think that'll make it flush with the bottom of the roof, that is. Or at least close enough. Oh yeah. If we want to verify, we can just go in the side view and turn on X-ray mode. And then drag our view in the wrong direction and completely screw that up. Thank you, Blender. That's good. That should work just fine. I wonder if I should pull that roof down any, or the walls. We'll leave them. It's not going to take up that much texture space. All right. And since I've completely didn't write it down, what did I say for this wing? I think it was like, is it 1 meter out and 2.5 across or 3.5 across? Just because I'm curious, let's get the whole thing. So 2.9 total. So we could technically say, like, let's guesstimate here. Let's say that our edge comes to about right there. We could say maybe 2.6 on that. Let's say 2.6. So 2.6 wide, and I'm pretty sure we were about a meter depth. Yep, so meter depth. Actually, maybe the easiest thing to do here, just duplicate this. We'll rotate it 90 degrees. Actually, I wonder if I should duplicate let's duplicate the entire thing. Let's undo. Do the roof. Can I duplicate both at once? I think I can. Yep. Do the roof and the walls. We'll turn that 90 degrees. We'll just move that off to the side for now. And actually, I could do this more smart, and I could do the roof at the same time and try that. I could keep my overhang the same. So let's add another box in here. So we use a box for our width. I don't care about length because that's easy enough to do, but we can do that as well. So we'll just do, what's that? I want Y to be 1 meter. I want X to be, what did I say, 2.6. Select that vertex there. Select to 3D cursor. And then we'll snap to vertex. There we go. And since we can use that now to reference, we hit all the wrong buttons first. Tab, both of those, X-ray view, and we'll select all these vertices here. Say snap to edge. And we'll pull that over to that edge. Okay, that didn't work exactly how I thought it would. Maybe I need to have that peak selected too, huh? Move that peak over as well. Nope. Okay, screw it. We'll move it manually. Okay, yeah, it's not exact. But I can do... cheat here. I'm sure there's a million different ways to do this, but this is the way I'm going to do it. We're going to say... out of that mode. Let's throw that box over there for now, get it out of the way. And we're going to do this. Set cursor. Select both. Origin 3D cursor, and then we'll just say move over to 0 on the x-axis. And then move the roof. I mean, technically, I guess that's all I need. I just need the roof over there. And you can take this, these 2 points here. Oops. Okay, what's going on? Let's try that. There we go. Apply a rotation first. Okay, now we can move this over. Select them. And I wonder how I want to do that edge. I assume that this wall needs to be flush like that, but if that's the case, this isn't going to line up because that peak's kind of like that. I wonder if it actually sticks out like that, or... I wouldn't think that the roof would come through this side like it does. Let's see if I can see in the photo here. No, I think that's flush. I maybe need to try to align this photo in a minute and make sure that the roof heights are correct, at least the best I can. I don't really have a good photo for it, but I can at least try the reference. Okay, for now, let's make this flush with the side of the building. It's going to clip for now, but what I'll probably end up doing is obviously we're going to hold probably this edge of the building and roof inwards. So it's just sitting inside of this piece. This roof here, we'll have to toy around with a little bit to kind of get that angle right, because it looks like this angle here almost follows the other side of the roof down. So I imagine this just merges probably into the peak, if I had to guess. So I think that's what we're going to try to do here. And then the windows and stuff, I should be able to pull from the house next door. That should be not an issue. So let's do that, back into that view. And grab all that stuff. Actually, let's go out of snapping for this. Get rid of that. No line. Let's just take a look here. And I can pull stuff in. Just like that, because I don't really need... Let it overlap a little bit, because I don't really need it sticking all the way into this building. That's just wasting space on the texture sheet. And then we can take this roof here and maybe just pull over like that. Wait, no, because this would still be going down like that, right? Would that technically matter? Yes, because it's taller. Damn it. Okay. Okay, before we do that, let me grab this image here in Photoshop, crop it real quick. Import it in. Obviously, this is not going to be perfect. But you gotta use what you have. Just guesstimate the bottom of the building. There's one thing I wish I could at least see where the bottom edge of the building is. But there's cars and bushes and plants in the way. So we're gonna say, if I had to use my best judgment, probably, since we're a little bit downhill, probably about right there. Then I know the width isn't 100% accurate, so there's going to be a little bit of margin of error here. but that should at least be enough to go off of. So let's take select our roofs. Actually, we should probably go in the extra mode to do this. Select those top points, and we're going to pull them down. It does not have to be perfect. Actually, in general, we're a little bit too tall anyways, so what we do is we'll pull the walls down too. So for this, we'll select the roofs and the walls. Back to X-ray mode. Just select all those points. Everything gets pulled down evenly. Pull it down just like that. Do this point here. Pull you over there. And I'm not really looking to 100% match up this image, but I'm just looking to get in the ballpark of it. Try to keep like the same distances between like the roof edge and stuff, because obviously the orientation of this photo isn't exact, right? So we'll pull you over a little bit more like that. As far as these ends go, so we're really just looking to keep that distance pretty much the same in between there. I still say that's got to come flush to that. I may have to do a little bit of cutting here. I'm trying to think how to do this. Sometimes it's the simplest things that are the hardest to do, or at least the hardest to think through. You tend to overthink things a lot. At least I do on this, especially when it comes to roofs. I don't know what this is about me and roofs. I just, when it comes to angles and roofs, yeah. Thing I can do is I can try to pull it through more and just cut it, I guess. I think either way I'm probably gonna have to cut this roof if I want it flush with this top at least. I could add, or let's do this. Can I do a loop cut right here? Probably not, huh? Okay, let's not use loop cut then. Let's just use the knife tool. We'll say along the y-axis from this line right here, walk to the y. Make a cut right there. Enter. Okay, now we got two vertice points to play with. So I can technically then pull these. So I gotta turn on snapping first. Pull these up to that. And then we can pull them over to that. Okay, then now all we got to do is take this point here. Technically, and pull it over like that. And I'm not sure exactly, even though the orientation's not that far off, I'm not exactly sure why it's not lining up. We could be too long, but our measurements in Google seem pretty good. Technically, I could just pull that whole thing over, I guess, or maybe we just need to go a little bit wider on this face. I'm sure it's just an angle thing. Okay, and now that, think that over for a second. Should be able to take this part of the roof now, and we'll just pull it over like that. It's kind of a janky way to do it, but you can't see it. Maybe this angle right here. So I may have to add something else in there. We'll play around with that some more. But I think for now, I can't obviously see that side of the roof. But as far as what's going on in the photo, that looks pretty close. And I would assume that it would probably just be flush like that. I don't think that this would be sticking through or anything. That would be kind of an odd roof design. As far as how far back it sticks, I'm not really sure. I don't know if I could see that in the... I guess maybe it just sticks about a meter over as well, huh? Can't tell if it's flush or not. Okay, we're gonna take a little creative liberty just because it looks like, if you look at the roof here, the amount of like gap you have is about the same. So we're gonna say it's probably sticking out a meter on each side, or off of each side. So that's what we're gonna go with. So let's put our box here. Double check that we're flush. Yes. Select these again. And I'm not gonna do anything with the roof peak right now for this end because I know it's gonna be pulled out anyway, so we'll do those both at the same time. Get rid of the image. Select you. We see select mode and align to that side. There we go. Now we got a meter on each side. We can get rid of that box. I don't need that anymore. Watch, I'll need it again. Just because I deleted it, I will need the reference out again for some stupid reason. Okay, I gotta figure out what I want to do. So I know for certain these walls here, I can make these flush. That's not an issue. So let's say edge select mode, and it doesn't let me select the loop. Do it manually, screw it. Oh, I guess I could use face select mode. We'll do snap to that edge because we can make that flush. We'll go. That was the wrong button. We're going to delete that face because we do not need that back face anymore. And if I wanted to, I could technically, I guess, save some UV space by cutting this face. I don't know if that would be worth doing or not. I mean, it's only gonna add like 2 more triangles, so it's not gonna be a performance issue. We're only sitting at 62 triangles, so it's not like this model is really gonna do much. I think I may cut those. Let's do that. We'll just do loop cut here, loop cut there. We'll get rid of that. Then technically we could join this entire thing together and make it one piece. Then let's figure out the roof now. So let's isolate the roof. Let's take a look on the underside here. And I think we'll just pull all of this flush point by point. Let's see what we got here. So the underside is going to go to technically that. As well as these points. And then these points here are going to this upper edge, flush with that. And that should make that completely flush now. And technically, I guess for this rough edge here, we can do loop cuts on this as well. So we'll just do, well, nah, it's going to put a loop cut all the way around if I do that. That's a skinny piece. We'll leave it going all the way through. It's not going to take up a lot of UV space. You know, I was recommended, I think that was the perspective matching add-on. I have not looked at that yet though. One of these days I will get around to modeling that. Okay, let's get rid of this back face because that's annoying me. And then let's see. I think we're flush now. There's a back face right here. It's part of, what is that part of? I guess it'd be part of this, right? Yeah. Okay, so delete it from that. That'll isolate this one out. I'm gonna leave this face running through because it's a skinny piece. It's not gonna take up a lot of UV space. That way I don't have to make a loop cut all the way around and increase poly count or triangle count more. Not like it's gonna make a difference, but am I even in Discord? Oh, I guess I am in Discord. How about that? You got me, Mike Red?
I got you. Good afternoon.
Ooh, let's turn you down a little bit.
It's a late afternoon, but it's an afternoon.
Alright, I got you playing over stream as well, just heads up.
No worries. Yeah, that's cool. I've been watching for a while. It's looking good so far. Which building was that? That's one of the David Bell property buildings.
Yeah, it's the shed right next to the main house.
Gotcha.
Technically, I think this is the main house. I don't remember. I think it's titled Roadhouse in our package.
Right.
Yeah, it's David Bell's house. But yeah, the shed right here. I swear though, I thought I had an angle more from like David Bell's side looking at this, but I haven't been able to find it.
You did. It was a close-up, right, with the fence and everything, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so, but I've looked through both folders and I haven't been able to find it.
Let me go through my photos. It's possible that maybe you just lost that one.
Maybe I didn't delete it out there, but maybe it was a different resource. Maybe it wasn't in Gert's photos.
That's possible, yeah.
Yeah, if you can find it, let me know, because this is the best photo I have to go off of right now.
Oh, are you sure it wasn't part of the video, like a still frame in the video?
I don't think so, because I looked through the video. The only one I have that really shows this area is the one where he's driving down the driveway towards the hangar.
Right.
You sent me that perspective mod, right? Was that you that sent that, or was that 270?
No, I sent you a link to it. I think it's $15 on Gumroad, and it allows you to line up your camera very quickly to the perspective of a photo, and then roll right on the photo itself. So, pretty cool little mod. I haven't picked it up yet.
Yeah, I may have to look into that a little bit. I've gotten fairly used to being able to eyeball stuff, but
yeah,
I'm sure it'll make things easier.
For sure. I mean, right now we're mostly guessing height. We're getting top-down dimensions from Google Satellite, which are pretty. I mean, if you draw a line and it shows like 18.3 meters, you're probably sure it's 18 meters in real life, right? Like, I imagine they would have chosen pretty round numbers when.
It's never going to be perfect unless you go out there with a freaking measuring tape.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so.
Exactly, yeah.
And yeah, I explained that earlier on in the stream too. Is I've seen multiple sources, especially using the historic view on Google Earth, where it's ever so slightly different, and you kind of just got to go with, I guess, the most common measurement.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you can match a door frame, for example, I mean, door frames are usually what, like 3 meters or something. I'm not sure. I'm just taking a guess there, but I think that's what the standard is in America.
Standard door, I think, is like 30, 28, 30, 32 wide inches, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is in meters, but I just did it the other day because I just redid the door on the house. But I don't remember the measurement off the top of my head.
I knew there was a 3 somewhere. Yeah, it's 32 inches is roughly 0.8 meters, so yeah, just... I actually can't find that photo myself, and I know I saw it. I think I saw it on your stream. Like, not your stream, but like on a Discord screen share, so it's here. Gotta be here. It wasn't any of the street view stuff, because that was only the front of the house, and that was very low res.
Yeah, so it was only the front.
Yeah.
But I thought I had one, because I thought I remembered it having a door. Like an actual, like, door, not like the double door on the other end.
This was the photo when we were trying to figure out if that window section was a garage door or if it was a window. Remember, that's the photo, and you could see through the fence. Is that the one that we're talking about? Or?
That's the photo I'm on now. Maybe this is what I'm thinking of. Maybe maybe I somehow fabricated that other one, thinking that we had that.
Photo. Yeah, no, it was this photo. Yeah, if you zoom in, because you could see through it, and that's how we determined that it was a window, because you could see through the fence. I remember that.
Yeah, so, 'cause
So
this is definitely the one I used for these windows here.
good stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna guess. I tried looking on Street View to see if I could see the backside, and I can't tell if there's like windows on the backside. I think there may be. Looking through that window there, it's hard to tell, but it looks like there may be a little bit of light coming through on the left-hand side too, or it could just be reflection.
I think it's reflection. It looks like reflection.
Problem you're gonna have is you got a car parked right here, which is gonna be reflecting light outwards, right? And you got a window which is reflecting back, so it's not always gonna be the most accurate.
All right. Yeah.
I don't know. These are all like, oh, this house is, I guess, kind of a main point. This is kind of all secondary. So if it's not 100% exact, I'm not too worried about it, as long as it's as close as I can get it from what I have. And I'm probably going to assume that there's got to be a door to get into this, right? There's a double door on the left-hand side. Obviously, that's not probably going to be the door that you're going to be going into. So I'm going to assume on this wing on the left-hand side, probably in between the garage and the house, there's probably a single door there. And I think that's what I'm probably going to go with.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Because with this angle here, I can confirm now that there's only the two windows. Because that shed on the left-hand side, the darker one, comes almost completely flush up to this brick garage thing. So, yeah, there's nothing else there besides those two windows. Speaking of...
Have you loaded up the scenery for the stream to see it in the sim?
No, not yet.
Uh,
I don't know if I'm ready yet. Because
Yeah,
none of the new stuff's in, right? We're still redoing all the modeling.
yeah. Did you get a chance to look at the two that I sent you last night? The
I
portable
looked at
house
I
thing
looked
and
at I looked at the portable. I have not looked at the other one. Let's do that. Downloaded it, but I haven't even unzipped it yet. Okay, so this is a portable house. I think this is the long white one. Oh yeah. Looks really close. I don't know if that I wonder if
I took a wild guess with that one.
these bars
well,
here,
I
I
know
wonder if
that
those are on the backside too.
They actually might be. That would make sense, I think, if they're support bars.
Because yeah, I think those are like lift points or something.
Yeah. At the same time, this is going to be flush up against the hangar too anyway. So
Yeah.
you might not really see it.
That's the thing, is I wonder if it's even worth putting in geometry, because you're gonna have barely a gap back here anyways.
Because the other thing I also wonder is, are there windows on the back too? There could be. Yeah, there wouldn't be a whole lot of space there. I wouldn't worry about it, but if this model is going to be used in other scenery, yeah, for sure. We'll just duplicate those and flip them. Because it's a pretty generic kind of like model I've seen in multiple places. I got pretty close though, based on the photos. The Google satellite imagery said 3 meters by 10 meters, so that's what I went with. And
Yeah, and I'll put it in the sim and kind of go from there.
yeah,
If we need to, it's not a big issue to shorten it up or anything, or really.
no, not at all. Yeah, we can just shorten it and rotate the paint kit really quick. I didn't do any super custom stamps or anything on there, so chill.
Was there actually a gutter here?
There was. Indeed, there was. It actually extends out further, and it kind of like goes towards where the pole was of the fence that's there. But I opted to not extend it because I don't even know stuff up. So I just kind of cut it short, because if you were doing maintenance on the gutter, you could just cut it short. Yeah, you see how it connects to that black piece, and then it kind of
Oh,
trails
okay,
off.
yeah. That's a chute going on. He's got it propped up with a piece of wood. That's fine.
Yeah, and then but there's another. I think there's another shot of it where you can see where it actually goes, and I had no idea, so I was just like, whatever. Like, I'll just cut it short and curve it off into the ground, it's away from the house. Oh, I think you passed it actually.
So many of these photos.
Yeah, I think there's like 200 or something like that.
There's some of them that are kind of duplicates too. I need to go through and maybe clean them up a little.
This is the one I'm talking about, yeah. So it kind of goes under hanger too. I don't know why.
Comes out
Like
here by the
that.
gate.
Yeah, I think it goes all the way up to the gate, so I don't know. Just to keep it like a model that we could potentially use in other scenery later on, since it's a pretty generic building, I figured it'd just make more sense to cut it short and overdo a piece that wouldn't really fit in something else.
Right, yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It got the colors pretty close and all the small little nuance details, so that one should be good. The other one I'm also mostly happy with the exception of the fact that I think I had an extra pillar on the side of the bathroom thing. This one here.
Yeah, you had 3 on the side of it.
Yeah, I had 3 instead of 2. Don't know how I fucked that up. I mean, I can fix that easy. For now, we'll just throw it in there.
Yeah, and I may leave it because I may take all this stuff off just to have like a generic. Oh, I forgot to hold down the push to talk. I may take all this stuff off and just leave it kind of generic, anyways, for the object library pack. May take all the bathroom stuff off and just make it a metal thing and have it 3 pillar. And then we can always take, for this version, take the extra pillar out and leave everything on, right?
Yeah, I mean, what would this be? I guess it's a portable bathroom unit, right?
Yeah, it's just a metal building. It's like just like a shipping container style. So I wonder if it's got 2 pillars on the side, if it has 1 pillar on the back, or if it's actually 2. I guess we can't really see the back side. Well, no, you can see the front side, right? So you could probably assume it's the same.
It's probably the same.
Those lights. Yeah.
Yeah, I got some lights in there. I have an emissive texture for you as well, so if you want to set that up for me, that's good.
How did you are these pretty small on the UV sheet, the emissives, or are they kind of big?
They're pretty small.
Is there any room to make them bigger, or is it pretty tight pack?
It's pretty tight packed. I actually made them bigger. Like whatever Packmaster had done, they made them pretty small, so I excluded them out, made them larger, the group, and then there's everything around it. We could give it its own texture if you want to do like really detailed LEDs, but again, it's like a ground building behind another house. I feel like people are going to practice it in the same really notice it.
Yeah,
So,
I can try. The reason I ask is usually what I'll do is for like emissives, I'll make them bigger than what I need them to be, if I have the space to do it.
yeah, just so you see the bulbs and stuff.
Well, that way I can take the texture and scale it down a lot smaller for the emissive.
Oh.
That way I don't need as
gotcha.
much texture space. Then it requires the UV to be higher though, or else you get, some black bleeding and stuff along the edges. But I may be able to, I can do the downsizing. I don't remember what method it is, but it doesn't like bleed or blend the edges. It makes them just like sharp and jagged instead, and that may help. And since Substance does padding anyways, that helps a lot too.
All right.
Yeah, that looks good. I like this one. I like the little, was it rivet holes or just dents or something?
Yeah, I saw those on the photos, so I put them in with a bit of height just to I don't know, make it look a little bit different.
Yeah.
The ones on the front I kind of matched the photo. The ones on the side, on the left side, I also matched, but the other two sides I couldn't see in the photo. I just guessed.
Yeah. What material did you use for this?
I used a chipped paint, like a powder coat paint material. And I used a separate one for the door and the staircase and all that kind of stuff, because again, it looked a little bit different in the photo. Yeah, but overall, it was a pretty decent result. And a bit of dirt to it. Maybe slightly more dirty than the actual photo, but it was more for just to give it some character, I guess. Otherwise, it looked pretty plain in the sim. Sometimes I know if the sim's lighting doesn't accentuate a lot of those details out, so you have to
exaggerate.
Yeah, you have to exaggerate it just so you see them.
I don't think it looks that bad. I mean, it's a darker color too, which makes it harder for dirt and stuff to show up.
Yeah.
You can really get those when you get the roughness and stuff, and you kind of get that reflectiveness. Like if you look down the material, that's what does it for me.
Yep. What's really sad is the original. I had done an initial 4K export, and it looked beautiful. You could read all this stuff, and then I realized, wait, it's just gonna be textured for no reason. So I exported it 2K instead.
Yeah.
And even that, I mean, the only reason I did that is because at 1K it would be so blurry, you miss out on everything. But
yeah, I typically don't go any lower than 2K anymore. You can pretty much read it. I mean, it's obviously a little. I don't know how it'll look in the sim once it goes to DDS, because DDS has compression artifacting a little bit of it, but I'm sure it'll still be mostly legible. Did you ever figure out those flag things? Could you run flags on scenery exports or? I can, but it does not make, I don't think, a visual difference in it compared to, it doubles the file size for a minute amount of detail added back, and it's not worth it. On aircraft it is, not on scenery. It's pretty good.
Right, I mean, it's cool either way. I think it's a background building. People are gonna miss it and really notice it. So it should be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Josh sent me a piece of the wing because he wants to go and take a look at that airfoil shape one more time.
Oh god.
Yeah, so I said I'll take a look at it, so I'm gonna give it a download right now and see if I can fiddle with it a little bit more. But 35A is coming so close. Alpha 4 was supposed to be the last alpha for the 35A. I think what we're actually going to do is just drop the 80 next, and I'll still have 35A updates in there, but for the most part the 35A is done, with the exception of sounds. But I had a chat with Gert last night, and he is working through all of it. Sounding pretty good, so to speak. Pun intended.
Right. I mute myself while my dog goes crazy.
The real question is, where the heck is Sim Update 10? Or actually, where's that NVIDIA drive supposed to be having?
Yeah, I don't know on that one.
Oh geez, I just saw some very interesting post. I don't know if I want to actually talk about this one, especially since we're on stream. But it's on the I'm just gonna say it's on the Flight Sim subreddit, like r/Flight Sim, and it's explaining how to get X-Plane 12 for $5.03 USD using a VPN. Which,
Right, just go to another country.
yeah, apparently,
So that's old news that people do that. People have done that for a long time.
wouldn't they revoke the key? I'm pretty sure they would
I mean, if they found out.
if they found out.
If they bothered to check.
Wait, that must mean that it's released on Steam by now. Sure. And indeed it is. X-Plane 12 is now on Steam. For
Okay.
69 Canadian, not US. Okay, so it's not an insane price.
Okay, I wonder if I should not have maybe brought that roof down. Because I know the door is correct. And the door is taller than my roof now. Or the door is taller than my wall.
Oh. Raise the roof.
Yeah. The window is pretty close. I would assume that they would be pretty much height-wise, probably about the same off the ground as...
You know what it is? It's the base of the building is actually lower than you think it is. I think that the terrain goes down a bit.
Oh yeah, there's the top of my window there. Never mind. I thought that was the top of my window. I can take that step out and that would drop me down a little bit if I did it just to the ground. But yeah, I think I gotta bring that up. So that must go down a lot farther than what I thought. Okay, no big deal. Easy fix.
Wow, whatever Josh did to the wing actually looks pretty decent. Yeah, he got the airfoil shape a lot closer to reference photos, and there's just a few kinks that I need to clean up, but I think this is 100% usable. I like it. I'm gonna have to do some shifting in some pieces, but it can be used is what's important. It can be used, it can be done. I didn't shift anything. Josh had done something. He kind of flattened out some of the top, and he got a better airflow going on it. It's still not perfect. I'm gonna do a bit of cleanup to it, but hey, it's better. I'll save us some alpha feedback on the same shoot. I might actually see him in chat in a little bit. He is, I think he's just out with his wife right now, doing some things. He said he'd hop on.
Yeah, he said he was in here earlier this morning. He said he'd be back this afternoon.
Cool. Yeah, I woke up stupid late today.
Yeah, I woke up.
I woke up at 6. Or, well, earlier than that, actually. And then I fell back asleep.
I woke up at like 10:30. Immediately got on here. Decided to play a little bit of Lone Echo 2 to wake up. Because, you know, throw yourself right into a VR experience when you're all disoriented, trying to wake up. Worked out better than I thought it did. Or thought it would.
Yep.
I was holding off on that game since it came out last October because I was hoping it would go up on sale. But man, freaking Oculus.
Is this the one that you picked up on Epic Games or?
No,
it was on the Oculus store.
It's Oculus exclusive. Yeah.
Ah, gotcha.
Unfortunately, yeah, I hate that, but it is what it is. But yeah, they like never do freaking sales anymore.
No, it's rare. Like the funny thing is I constantly get these like offers from Facebook. They say that, oh, like if you bought a Quest 2, you can redeem like $30 or something on the Oculus store. I've never done it. I've purchased one thing from the Oculus store. The only benefit I could see was that if you bought the PC version, you kind of got the cross-platform version of Quest itself. And I thought that was cool. I mean, I'm a huge fan if you buy something on one platform, you still own it on the others that it's released. So.
Yeah, I wish all the Oculus stuff wasn't exclusive to that store or to the Oculus headset. Because that's gonna suck. Because my next one's probably not gonna be Oculus.
Same here. I think I'm gonna get a G2 or whatever the next headset is that isn't requiring a Facebook login.
I liked Oculus until they sold it to Facebook, and then it's kind of like, ah, shit. They get all the Facebook tag along stuff with it.
Yeah. What kind of headset were you looking into if you were going to get one?
Probably, I was looking at maybe like the Reverbs or something, but
Right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Same.
will. I'll revisit that topic when I have the funding to do it. See what's good around that time. I just that you know the CV1's it's a good headset, man. It's still chugging along for as many years as I've had it, but the screen door effect on it is horrid, and having not so great eyesight anymore for looking at this crap all day, it's a little hard on the eyes.
Yeah. My issue with the Quest 2 is kind of similar. It has to do with just the eye strain that it causes because of the IPD settings. Like, for me, it feels like sometimes when I look through the Quest, it feels like it was hit with a baseball bat. Like, I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Like,
So I'll get a freaking migraine if I play it for too long.
yeah. How are you with games with motion? Like, if it's not like teleport to move, but it's like actual analog stick to move? Because I can't do that. Like,
As long as the FPS isn't like super low, but
yeah.
I definitely try to do more of the jerky motion, like teleporting when I can, just because it's a lot easier on you.
Yeah, like there's a few shooter games I've played that require you to do like they don't have teleport, and oh my, horrible.
Yeah. Lone Echo 2 has the original one was only well, it's not technically teleport because you're in 0G, but you could like move your view around, like turn your view around 360, right, to look opposite direction or something. And usually it's just like the one where you kind of just you click the stick once and it snaps you a certain amount of degrees to the left or right. And it's got that in Lone Echo 2 as well, but it's also got this smooth view mode now where you can just hold the stick over and do that. But I don't even with the 2070 Super, man, I get decent performance on that game on low settings, which is kind of like, it boggles my mind the way, because when I bought the 270 Super, I was like, yeah, I can finally freaking not have to worry about hitting 45 FPS anymore on a VR game, and here we are.
Still hitting
45, maybe.
And VR was one of those things I just knew when I was even getting it that it was kind of gimmicky and I wasn't going to use it a whole lot. And I was just glad that the Quest 2 at the time was like $300, so it didn't feel like a massive sink that I would regret. Right. And I used it for development at the time, so it made sense. So that was cool, but that's kind of all I really want to use it for now. I never really feel the need to strap on VR for anything.
No, and a lot of people that got in are in the flight sim and got into VR, that's all they can fly with, right? I'm not one of those people, I actually kind of, as stupid as it sounds, right now I prefer flying on a monitor because, one, I don't have to deal with low settings and low FPS.
Yep.
And, well, yeah, I guess that's the main point. It is cool to be able to just get in the aircraft and look around and stuff, right? But it's like, you can't see your keyboard unless you have a headset like, I don't know if all headsets are like this still, but on the CV1 you got like a little bit of gap on each side of your nose that you can look out of. But if you do that for too long, oh my god, you'll get eye strain, like a horrid eye strain from it.
The Quest 2 has keyboard projection, like almost like AR in a way. But it's only supported with like 2 Bluetooth Logitech keyboards. They're very specific that you'd have to buy. So that's kind of useless. Well, not useless, but it's so specific that you know, unless you have that keyboard, there's no point in that feature. Damn, dude, this wing's starting to actually look pretty good. Here I am, once again, spending my day moving dots around the screen. You can just hear the SpongeBob voice. Day 23. 2 days later. Micro's still moving dots around the screen in Blender. Wonderful.
I don't know, I think I may call that good on the shed.
Let me take a look. Every time I look, I realize that I'm not looking at Discord, I'm looking at YouTube, and it's like a good like 5 seconds late. Looks good, dude. That's about the shape that I saw too. I like the door placement too. It's facing the house, it makes sense.
Yeah, that's all I could think of, is it'd probably be on that side, and it'd probably be closer to like one side instead of centered, right? But and then this window on the back side, I think this is here from what I can tell from Street View. This may be a little bit smaller, and it's obviously it's probably not positioned exact, but you can only kind of guess on that one anyways. But I know these on the front are pretty dang close, so probably roll with that. Yeah, I gave that blend file to Josh last night to start painting that house, and then realized, or I guess he brought it up, then I kind of thought about it afterwards. All these sheds that he did are on that same texture sheet, so I got to do all the changes to those. Oh, I know.
He sent you the paint kit, yeah?
Yeah, but it's a mess.
Oh, it's a Josh paint kit?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, it's like, was it like square, or what the hell is it? Is it cube? Yeah, cube, like 2, 8, like for example, it's exactly like this. Cube 226, cube 227. So it's like you got to go through and figure out what piece is what, and it's not the exact same pieces on here because he does this split by loose or whatever it is.
Yeah, so there's tons of pieces, right?
Yeah. If I made it, I would be able to understand it, but that's the problem, is it's harder to go back, or harder to go and look at somebody else's work and figure out what they did. But for mine, I always try to organize things and actually name it, like what the part is and stuff. Group things together.
I, at the very least, just try and only split off things that are going to have a different material. Like, I hate doing individual, like, if there's like 12 bolts, I know all the bolts are going to get some kind of a metal texture and substance, so I just won't split them. But Josh really likes to do that because sometimes he likes adding in very nuanced details, which is, I think is really cool because the result always looks better than anything I ever paint. So the time, and it actually slows down substance too, because I mean, every new piece is another drop, right? So
yeah,
every time you move like one thing, everything needs to update in sync, and then it just, you're looking at that loading bar forever. It's kind of unusable, even with a really good PC.
you know, the angle of this roof as is not that bad. I thought for sure I'd have to extend these out a little bit, but it's pretty dang close.
I like it. That's gonna look awesome.
I think I'm gonna call that good. I don't think I'm gonna touch it anymore. What I'll do is I'll join like the roof and walls together for him. I'm sure he'll just split them apart anyways, but oh, actually these corners, I bet there's a little bit of overlap there, huh? No, actually I pulled those flush, never mind. We're good. Okay, that one's good. I think I'm gonna do the trapper style shed next. That's kind of a cool one.
That one should be pretty simple. It's kind of just a box or the rectangle.
Yeah, reminds me of like an old like hunting shack or something.
Yeah, it does. You can smell the wood. Kind of that dry, musty.
This definitely has to be probably the oldest building on this property still, just by the looks of it.
Yeah, that and I almost feel like at least some of the wood sourced on the hangars behind, they seem to be about the same, like that ashy gray kind of, you know, I don't think that's stained, right? That's probably just natural color. Or maybe it's weathered, I don't know.
Oh, I wonder if I should do an end set for that. I should probably do a little bit of an end set for that double door, huh? Make that easier for him to paint.
Yeah.
Does he typically paint like these pieces on for like the hinges? Or do you think I should do something in 3D?
No, just he'll paint them on it, I think. Because it's such a small piece, again. I don't think it needs to be done model.
I mean, it'd be ideal if it can just be painted on. We don't really need the geometry there, right?
Yeah.
If it was like a main building, I would do it, but I guess I've done higher geometry on smaller, but there's also a light there. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a little bit of an inset. All good. Then if he wants anything specific, I can always model it in.
All right. That's one side of the wing done. Do the other.
Oh crap, you know what? I need to double check seams too on this and make sure it's gonna even unwrap for him.
Did we do it? Did we reach Zen? We're so focused we can't talk. The only thing about these like end adjustments on a mesh that's already dense, it's that like I'll do one side and be very happy with it and just want to mirror it on the other side, knowing that it's not the same. Like this wing has a cutout for the landing light. The landing light only exists on the left side, so I can't mirror it unless I'm going to patch a hole, which has its own set of problems. So probably best I just do it by hand on both sides and accept the fact that they're never going to be exactly the same, which is a hard pill to swallow when you have OCD. But hey, it's going to be my secret, your secret, and the one viewer that...
Dwindling amount of viewers. As people realize how boring all this development stuff is.
I feel like I like watching that kind of stuff. It's mostly just something to listen to in the background whilst I'm doing something myself anyway.
Right, yeah. Hey, for unwrapped here, do you think I should just keep this like without seams for this door area?
Yeah, it'll just cut into itself.
Because it's gonna be brick on the outside, right? Brick on this side, brick metal on this thing here, then the door for the face. That should all like.
Yeah, that thin stuff I wouldn't sweat, but what I would do is if you zoom into where your cursor is, get the corner seam. So, top right corner of that thing.
Like
above the cursor.
Of the metal pieces or of the brick?
The frame. The brick frame. Yeah, zoom into that. Let me make sure that's the right one. No, to the right of that. That one. Do that one, mark that as a seam, but don't one to the right of it. So what happens is
the corners. This delay thing's gonna be kind of hard. But
oh, sorry, yeah. Yeah, you got it right. The corners. Sorry, yeah, it's delayed by a few.
What do you think about like the? Should I have any seams other than the corners for that?
Probably don't need them.
What is so?
Wait, that's one piece though.
Do what?
Is this all one piece, like the frame, or is it?
The frame, the door, everything here is all one piece. Yes, it's not split off.
Oh, okay. So then, yeah, you'll need that seam to the left of your cursor.
So split it. So make a seam for the brick, and then the door can be itself. You mean?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So do I need those corner seams though?
I think so because you can unwrap it with less.
Won't that like split off and look weird though? Or like overlap?
Yeah, it is in on itself. I don't know. You'll have to. You'll have to try it.
I'll just separate out the door and the door frame for now, and then I'll just do a test unwrap and see what happens. that should be fine. I'll just leave it how it is. It may have a little bit of stretching in this corners, but it's better than overlapping. Have you heard any more from Gert?
No. So whenever I talked to him last night, it was just how's the sound stuff going? He said he's just cleaning up stuff, and I sent him some photos, and he said it looked great, like of the new assets that they had done.
Anxious to see how that stuff turns out.
Me too, man. But the sources are great, so I mean, the hard part is just kind of figuring out what is it. I think that's doable. It's not impossible. Like, we've got a few resources to call in on if we really need to, like Hans Hartman and OzWiki. There's also the chance that the new flighting SDK, when some update 10 drops, will also have more information. But I wouldn't hold my breath on that.
Yeah.
That might be a pipe dream. But you never know. There usually is at least some kind of SDK update with a sim update, though, which is what is important. There's some kind of hope, at least. But I mean, the good news is that Gert isn't responsible for any other portion of the project, so he doesn't have to split his attention anywhere else. He can pretty much go, you know, all in on experimenting with Wise. Like, you know, he's got the time to do it. He doesn't do anything else at the time, so he's pretty much like, he said that he's full on this and gonna try and figure it all out. Hopefully, when he does, he'll be able to share some of that information with you for scenery as well, if possible. Yeah. At the same time, like, I can understand why we don't see him around a lot right now, and it's probably because he's, well, he has to listen to the samples that he's cleaning, right? Like, once he's happy with his samples and sources, then he'll probably hop on call, but, like, us talking in the background is not going to be of any use to him, so better that he's in an unfiltered environment. Makes sense.
Absolutely, yeah. I can't tell if this end is more flared in or if it's just because of the angle. It may just be the angle.
That's on the...
But it does look like it's more like a deeper flare in on the right hand side.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Almost like it kind of does a bit of a curve around. Well, not a curve, but yeah. It is, because there's an angle change where the wood is.
Yeah.
So
I think it's deeper, and I'm guessing there's probably like a single door on this side. I don't know if I have anything looking back this way or not that gets this. I don't think I do. I'm gonna say there's probably a single door on that side, and it's probably that wall face is probably a little bit bigger than that door and door frame. So maybe
this has to be purely storage, and the windows are boarded up, and the other window has like something leaning up against it.
Yeah.
Pitch dark in there, so.
May just want to. I'll take the paneling off the door. It's probably just going to be like a wood door, I would assume. No fancy paneling or anything that the newer doors have.
Jesus Christ.
Well, if I would have remembered to re-enable my mic, yeah, the AC may pick up on the live stream a little bit, but yeah, I couldn't take that. It's a little too warm in here.
Funny, we've got the opposite. Got really chilly here in Canada. It's actually starting to get cold again, which is great.
It's like only been cool like in the mornings and then the evenings here.
Hmm.
And I have to call the stream here in another little bit. It's getting to that time of night where my dog likes to bark at every freaking thing that moves, makes a sound. Oh, the joys of having a puppy. gotta double check all my vertices now. Ever since I did that hangar, and I thought I built it. Oh, nice. Only to find out all the vertices were shifted by like millimeters. Can't trust it. Can't even trust my own work anymore. Okay, I think it's time to do a chimney.
Josh says he will be on shortly. It's funny. It feels like I just woke up because I only did just wake up like 2 hours ago, and Josh is like, yeah, I'm about to start dinner. I'm thinking to myself like, oh yeah, what happened to today? Today's just a write-off, basically.
Yeah, you gotta write a day off every so often.
It's just still a weird feeling. The first 4 mods for xplane.to have now been released. The first 4 freeware mods, that is. And they're all scenery. Oh, wait a second. Level up 737 800 NG. Oh no, that's a livery. Okay. 3 sceneries, 1 livery. One of the sceneries is Chicago Midway. That's kind of neat. If I try and log in, I wonder... Yeah, you can log in via flightsim.to. Thank gosh. Because that would suck if I had to have 2 accounts for that, you know?
Yeah, Chris said it was all going to be one account, just separate sites. I messaged him about it that one time.
That's good. I mean, I still kind of wish they were all just one site, really, but maybe they just anticipate there's going to be so many mods that it'd be difficult to organize. As it is, flightsim.to has issues with that, so...
Can't you do like just like if you do a cylinder, select around the outside of the cylinder, can't you do an extrude like outwards evenly?
Yep. Control E.
Maybe is it just select the faces and not the top loops? Maybe. Oh, Control E.
Oh, well, this one you can actually just press S and scale from median point, and then just flatten the tops with snapping, because it does median point will always give you an even. So just press S and then move and then scale.
Yeah, it's just this section here was this other ring section.
Yeah.
So if I could just get this to extrude like outwards and make the faces on top. I know I've done it before, I just don't remember what key or how I did it exactly.
Well, you might be able to do a face extrusion if you press the Control E and check through that menu. But in this case, I mean, the easiest way would just be to scale it, and then you can limit it on the X and the Z axis. Or actually limit it just on the Z axis, so it'll do everything but that. That's the menu up top there, yeah. You can try that menu, see if it'll do something for you. I thought that was only for edges, though. I don't think it works for faces. Yeah, okay, so you got it right. So scale, and then you just press the axis that you want to restrict to.
Okay, it did it that time. Oh, shit. I need Is there a way to do it on X and Y, or can you only do...
Yeah. No, you can. You hold Shift, and then you type the next letter. So you do, like, X, Shift, Y, or something like that.
Oh, it's... Wait, why'd that do it along Z? Did I hit C on accident, maybe?
It's some combination.
It's X and Z. That's like... You wouldn't even think that would be right, but I guess. Do a little bit of manual cleanup. I screwed something up somewhere. Oh God. I know I've done that cleaner before. I don't think that was the method I used last time.
I'm concerned that I just realized I worked on the wing on a version that's titled 120. And the last thing I actually worked on was a 121, so, I mean, the good news is I'll just copy the wing in. But also, what the fuck? Sorry, language. I realize that we're on stream, but that's always unnerving when you're not sure if the version's the same.
Yeah.
Oh, Rotor, what the hell happened there, dude?
I don't know.
Oh, you can do a bridge. You can just select both loops and type bridge.
Yeah, I'm just gonna brute force it. Haven't brute forced it in a while.
I will be right back.
Alright, that's all cleaned up. Merge them together. Okay, now we can get back to the rest of the frickin' chimney. Still gonna have to alter that boot just a little bit. But I'll worry about that later once I get the basic shape done. Did not go. That did not work. Well, it triangulated, but it's not how I wanted it to. Right. Screw it. Other method. There we go. It's a nice low poly way of making it look like it has a little depth, and you just kind of paint this, make it darker the further down you go. Never be able to tell. Beats having to model the entire inside of the pipe when you're most likely not going to even be looking down it anyways, unless you really wanted to. Think about how I want to do that top section. I think maybe I'll use a cylinder, cut it in half. Then solidify probably. Let's do this. Let's select that loop. Center the cursor on that. That ways. We go to add another cylinder in. Yeah.
Great, I'm back.
Welcome back. just realized I forgot to adjust the roof. And
Oh, hell.
since I did the cuts. Whoops.
Damn. Gotta go back.
Just on that. I ain't
Or
going
just-
back. She may just be a little taller than she is in real life.
You can double
That's-
tap G as well to kind of help bring it back, I guess. Like G on the normal. If you make a normal axis.
It's okay. Let's leave it for now, I guess. I mean, worst case, I'll just redo the roof. Dissolve those edges and redo them. And I hate that. Should have done that beforehand. I'll have to figure this one out after dinner, I guess. I gotta stop for a bit. How long have I been streaming for anyways? 3 hours, 21 minutes. Damn. Didn't get nearly as much down as I wanted to, but oh well. Alright guys, I think that's it. I think I'm going to call the stream here. Take a break. Go get some dinner. Fix dinner, rather. And you know what? I may have to try to do some more of these streams. It's kind of, in a way, fun, I guess. Anyways, guys, before my brain gets any more fried, I'm going to hop off here. Thanks for joining. Talk to you later. Rodent44, over and out.